Hello viewers, you are watching Young Entrepreneurs Speak, the show that focuses on young individuals who have started their own businesses, making a living for themselves whilst placing Ghana on the world map of development. I'm talking to you in the kitchen of today's guest, who is defying the old adage that a woman's place is solely in the kitchen. He, yes, he is one who has turned his passion for cooking into an entrepreneurial business. So let's go on and meet today's Young Entrepreneurs Speak guest, who says, live deliciously. Hello, Kwame.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Very good. How are you?
Well, fine, thank you. Welcome to Young Entrepreneurs Speak.
Thank you.
I'm sure our guests are wondering who you are. They'd like to know a bit about you.
Yeah.
So briefly introduce yourself and tell us what you do.
Okay, my name is Kwame. I'm a business student.
Okay.
I'm going to my senior year in university.
Okay.
I cook.
Yes.
I'm a chef. And I've started something small.
Okay, I see. I'm actually quite surprised. My whole life, I think I know just two guys who like to cook. Do you get that surprise from people when they find out you're a male who actually does like to cook?
Actually, yeah.
And
I do get that.
what do you do about it?
I don't think it's right for only women to cook.
Okay.
Because men have the passion to cook. So it's only right that men are given the opportunity and the chance to
Cook as well. Yeah. Tell us, how did it all begin? Tell us about your journey. Why cooking and nothing else for now?
Oh, well, it actually started when I was 16 years old.
Okay.
I used to stay in the kitchen with my mom, and I learned some few tricks and skills. And I always wanted to own an eatery and a chain of restaurants, so I decided why not turn that into a job, and that's something I could, actually make money from.
Yes, makes perfect sense. So how long have you been doing this for?
I actually started Biishville this year,
Okay.
but I've been cooking ever since I was 16.
Ever since you learned some tricks from your mom.
Yeah.
So I see you are very busy
Yeah.
in the kitchen. So let's go into that a little bit. What are we working on today?
Okay, today I'm actually doing a 3-course.
Okay.
2 main dishes and a dessert.
Okay.
I'm doing spicy potatoes in beef sauce,
Okay.
which is my own invention. It's also called Young.Entrepreneurs.Speak with swag.
I see.
And then I'm making iron jollof.
Okay.
And then I'm making shepherd's pie.
What inspires your food choices?
The event or the occasion.
Okay.
And also I really am, iron jollof has got a lot of fame.
Okay.
So I make sure I put it in every event I do.
So go ahead, do your thing, and then we'll be talking alongside.
Right.
So is there a particular way you need to, for your Young.Entrepreneurs with swag, a particular way in which you need to dice the potatoes, for instance?
Yeah, I have to cut them in cubes.
Okay.
And then spice them, steam them, and spice them. And then I have the beef sauce, so I just stir fry.
Okay, sure. So I'd like you to take us through a step-by-step process of your potatoes.
Spicy potatoes in beef sauce.
Spicy potatoes in beef sauce, yes.
Alright, so first, I have the sauce already.
Okay,
I have to just stir it up.
sure.
And then we are going to boil the potatoes.
Okay,
So yeah, we can start now.
sure. You need to get your apron, of
Yes.
course, being the chef that
Every
you
chef
are.
needs an apron.
So same with as the potatoes, is there any specific time in which you need to boil the yams?
The yam would take 25 to 30 minutes.
25 minutes. It's okay. And then when it's done, what do you do with the yams?
I'm going to mash them, add butter, black pepper, and then it's going to go on top of this
Okay.
with vegetables inside the yam
Okay. And then you put this where?
in the oven.
In the oven. Okay, so shepherd's pie you bake in the oven. Did you also have to, you pre-marinated the beef, right?
Yeah, the beef,
Did you have to do,
yes.
you did same as
Yes,
well
same.
with it?
I marinate every meat I use.
Okay.
Fish or meat,
Okay.
for at least 2 hours.
Okay, to get the flavor.
As a chef, you have to prepare before you cook.
Sure.
Cooking is all about preparation. You have to prepare ahead of time. So I marinate all my stuff before I actually do that.
So let's talk a bit more about Biishville. How did that name come about? Because it's really catchy and trendy and young. It suits the chef behind it.
All right, Biishville is basically simple. The idea surrounding Biishville is mostly homemade food.
Okay.
So I was writing exams and I just thought, I was studying and I was like, I have to get a name for this thing I'm bringing up. So homemade food, meaning food made from the house. So Biishville and then home.
Oh, okay,
so
I see.
So Biishville's house, Biishville's town, Biishville city. That's how come I got the name.
So currently, what do you do?
Well, Biishville provides private chef services.
Okay.
We do events, pop-up events, for an exclusive number. We also do birthdays and any small events. We cater for any small event.
So let's delve a little deeper into the food aspect. Do you specialize, as in what do you cook more of, Ghanaian versus continental, Indian, Chinese?
All right, I am continental.
Okay.
But most of the food I cook are actually meals I've come up with.
Okay.
And then I also modify the Ghanaian dishes we have.
Okay, so tell us a bit about the journey on this, your entrepreneurship journey of cooking as a passion and then now as a business. What were you doing before? What are you doing now? How are you balancing both cooking or whatever it is that you're currently doing?
Okay, there's so much on my plate now.
Okay.
I'm going to my senior year in uni.
Okay.
So education is there.
Okay.
I'm looking at my modeling career because I'm a model.
You're a model, I see.
I just got into acting,
okay.
So I'm looking at that also. And then balancing with the cooking, I just take one thing at a time.
Okay.
But I don't let it conflict with my education.
Sure.
That's very important to me.
Sure.
And most of the things I've been able to do is because of the education I got on businesses.
So looking at you, viewers would probably say you're fairly young. It's hardly do you find a young gentleman who wants to delve into this level of business. So why that, and what have been some of the challenges you faced, if any?
All right. First of all, the passion.
Okay.
I do it for the passion. I love cooking. Anytime I'm in the kitchen, I feel very comfortable.
Okay.
So first of all, is the passion, and also to turn my passion into a business, something that I could actually make money from. And about the journey, it hasn't been easy at all.
I can imagine.
Financially, it hasn't been easy.
Okay.
Balancing with cooking with school,
okay.
with school hasn't been easy also. I sometimes live on my provisions in school whilst my friends enjoy all the good things. You know, so and I sometimes also live on my provisions.
Sure.
And then use my balance for school or my allowance for school to help Biishville grow.
Okay, so you talked about how balancing education and cooking is a bit of a challenge. So what do you do to overcome that?
I take one thing at a time. And I'm in school. Biishville is not a major, priority.
Sure.
Education is a major priority.
Sure. So it's mostly when you come on holiday.
Yes.
So I read online about how you had a business plan for this. For individuals who are probably watching and saying, oh my goodness, a business plan, this means some numbers I can't put together, so I can't do what he's doing. What advice do you have for them? Is it necessary to always have a business plan in the first place?
It's very, very necessary.
Okay.
Business plan is like a blueprint for whatever you want to start up. It contains what you want investors to hear, what you want your business to be about, the directions you have to go, where you have to go, what you have to do. So it's very important to have a business plan, and it also shows the figures and an estimation of the figures you need to come up with.
Yeah.
And it also shows the kind of capital structure you're going to use. When I say capital structure, I mean, are you going to rely only on debt to start a business, which is very bad, or you're going to blend it between equity and debt, your own money and then money from an external source. Okay.
So for an individual who says, I can't do this business plan thing, does it mean that they can't ever start up a business on their own?
They can, but I would advise that they start a business plan. They start to write a business plan or a proposal.
Or obviously they can seek help from someone who's good at doing that.
I don't think you would want to put your entire money. You would actually need help from an external
people.
Source. So it's good you have proof, you have documents to back the help you need.
How easy has that been, getting people to invest in your business or to believe in your dream and to help you carry it forward?
All right, I got an investor. He read my business plan and he found it very impressive.
Okay.
And by the terms he gave were not favorable to me, so I declined the offer.
Okay. So let's assume you have someone who's watching who's gone through something similar. You saw a few let down because you don't have anybody to support you. How can they overcome that? How did you actually overcome that? Where you knew, oh, I had an investor who was going to support my business. I saw the bigger picture. but the terms were not favoring me, so I've turned it down. How did you overcome that?
Sacrifice. You have to sacrifice. When they turned me down, or when I declined the offer, I had to improvise. I had to get a plan B. So what I did was use my allowance from school, as I said.
Yeah.
So I live on my provisions, and I use my allowance to support.
From school to support.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you are declined, or if you decline an offer because it's not good, that's not the end of the road. You need to find other ways to raise funds to start a business.
Okay, let's talk a bit more about future plans. When you're done with school, what are you hoping to do? What are you hoping to achieve?
Well, initially I wanted to just move and then do my master's right after school.
Okay.
After my bachelor's degree, but I want to go to culinary school.
Okay.
For some time. It's not, the period for culinary school is not so long, so I'll just go to culinary school and then get knowledge about cooking as an art, and then build Biishville. I want Biishville to be a great brand in Ghana, and my aim is to make Biishville a franchise. People should come and franchise Biishville.
Biishville, okay. Well, we have a lot of viewers who are watching you right now. Some who want to start but haven't started for one reason or the other. So this is the opportunity for you to just give them some advice on how to embark on things they want to do themselves.
Right.
People just like you who had a passion for something and are now wanting to start. What would you say to them?
I would say it's not going to be an easy road.
Okay.
There are going to be setbacks, financial setbacks. Your family may try to oppose sometimes. It depends on which field you want to go into. But don't let the setback set you back. Or when you fall, don't stay down. You have to come up. And then one advice I would give is never start a business with money from an your whole capital coming from an external source.
Okay.
Try to raise funds internally, which is the equity.
Yes.
Or money from family, money from friends.
Yes.
Support from family, support from friends. Rather than go out and take debt alone.
Okay. Well, I can smell your food, so I'd like to taste what I'm smelling. I'm sure we can head over to the table and then eat. You've been watching Young Entrepreneurs Speak, and we've come to you from the kitchen of Kwame, the founder of Biishville. He's cooked this amazing meal, which I really want to dig into. So I would say that if you have a passion for what you do, just like he said, make sure you get up and do it. It's not going to be an easy road. You'll face certain obstacles. But the purpose of shows like this is to let you meet individuals like Kwame who have taken their passion and turned it into a business venture and are making something out of it for themselves. Remember, you can do it, so start up and then do it now. Let me go back and dig into my important potter with swag. I'll catch you on the next episode. My name is Nefa, and I've had fun today bringing you our Young Entrepreneur for today. See you next time.